Alright, let's see if we can get this to go live. I'm hoping that we can. I've got the Moomins playing in the background, so, you know, ultimate cozy vibes for me. Um, Apparently it's gonna be interrupted by periodic ads, which might get annoying, and I might decide to switch it to some music or something, because that's kind of irritating me right now. But hi everybody. It's been forever since I streamed. I know I've been gone. I had good reason. I had I had good reason. I adopted a new kitty. I adopted a sweet new boy. His name is Achilles. He's only got one eye. He has a lot of health concerns and is very underweight. Um, he's been to the vet twice, and he seems to be doing pretty well. But yeah, definitely been distracted by that. Um, we're just hanging in there, trying to make sure that everything is good. I also did get today. I got something I'd been wanting to get for a while. I got this tattoo. My good friend Adam, whose opinion I value highly, except in the matter of Warhammer Creature Anatomy, drew me this. He was talking about how much he hates how Squig's like biology is, and he drew this drawing of a squig that was face planting because he was like, this is how ridiculous these creatures are. They'd never be able to like move or walk or stuff like that. Um, and so I threatened is a strong word. I said I was gonna get it tattooed, and then I did. So yeah, I think the TV's a little loud, so I'm gonna grab the remote and turn it down and grab some water, which I should have done, but I didn't. Okay, TV's turned down. I've got my water. We've got plenty of Blood Bowl guys to paint. I think that's probably what we're gonna do. Hello. Yes, so I've got a tattoo of a squig. The tattoo artist was really cool. He was showing me all of the different colors of ink that he had, being like, oh, do you like this one or this one? Because I said I kind of wanted like greens and purples. I wasn't exactly sure what colors I wanted. You'd think, being a mini painter, I'd know the color of a tattoo that I wanted to get before I went and got it. I ended up with like a retro Taco Bell color palette, which um, honestly is just very me. Uh, but yeah, I really love it. I'm not sure how well this arm's gonna be able to paint since I got this tattoo a few hours ago, but we're gonna see. We're gonna kind of hang in there. I think I'm just gonna keep working on these Blood Bowl guys. I finished up this one. He's all done. So he's got all the like burger and french fry details and stuff. I just need to put him on his base. And last time I was trying to paint it, and I don't actually know where it's gone. It's around here somewhere. But I was trying to paint checkers, which you'd think, knowing me, that I'm pretty comfortable with at this point. But it looked like ass when I did it. So oh, here it is. Yeah. This isn't good. This, like, they're not even. They're not good. You'd think I could paint big checkers after working on so many tiny itty bitty checker projects, and apparently, I cannot. So, yeah. This wasn't good, so I popped him off the base, and I figured I would try again at some point, and then I figured I could just prime the base white and just do red over the primer, or find some stencil or something. I don't know how I ended up with checkers that were this bad after having painted minuscule checkers perfectly, but that's just where we're at right now. So I think I'm gonna be doing some burger the words that I say, guys. I think I'm gonna be doing some details to make his shoulder pads look like a hamburger. And I think I'm just gonna kind of go down the line one at a time with these guys. And just because I've had some struggles painting and working up the motivation to paint recently, so I just kind of want to gently sort of ease back into that. And I think working on maybe one character at a time is just gonna help me get that done. So that's the goal here today. Just to have a fun, easy hobby time. Hi, Chris. Hi, Goober. Sorry, I keep forgetting to read the chat. I agree. All squigs are perfect. I actually sent... Adam's getting into mini painting, which is super exciting. It's a great hobby, so, you know, I'm always happy to introduce more people to it. I sent him a care package of minis and some paint. Mostly just like stuff I had lying around that I wasn't going to paint. But I did have to get him some squigs because he's so very fond of squigs. So you know, he's got some squigs to paint up, and when I showed him the tattoo of the squig that he drew, he was like, well, I guess the color scheme for at least one of them is decided now, which made us all chuckle. So yeah, it's been good. Hi Poppy Apple Tree, welcome. Today we are painting Blood Bowl guys, and we are making them look like they have hamburger shoulder pads, because that is what we do on this channel. Hello, Lobster. Lobster, have you stopped by to say hi to the good people? He is currently hiding. We'll see if we can get a shot of Lobster. Come here, Betty. Come here, buddy. Hi, Lobster. All of the boys have been wanting more attention since I adopted a new cat. So occasionally they come out and they're just like, I need all of the attention. But yeah, Lobster, he's here. He's hanging out. He's being a good boy. He's being a good boy. He's being a good boy. The cats are learning to get along. I wouldn't say that they're at the point where they actually like each other yet, but we're slowly getting there. Can you guys hear me okay? What are you guys working on tonight? What is on your hobby desks? How have you been? It's been a while. Some of you have posted the things you've been working on in our Discord. I've been trying to keep up with them and comment on them. It's such a lovely active server, and I'm so fortunate to have lovely friends to share the hobby with. It's been really fun talking about the Warhammer Fest releases with you guys. Still no Zoats. I think I have tomorrow's releases left to maybe get a Zoat. Otherwise, I don't, and Warhammer Fest is over, and we will go Zoatless this year. A tragedy, not wholly different from last year's tragedy. But I would like to pose it as a tragedy nonetheless, you know? I'm still advocating for Zoats. I still want to have them. They're still what I long for, so let's get some goddamn Zoats before the end of Warhammer Fest. You're working on Marvel models tonight. Cool. Cool. I saw you talking with Ghost Bear about the different Marvel models. So, interested to see how yours turn out. I will never recognize the characters because I'm just not super into the Marvel universes. I don't know much about them. But I trust that the paint job you're going to put on them will be phenomenal. I'm excited to see it. I was using like a really bright green for the lettuce. I want to say it was this color. That looks right. Goblin flesh. Yeah, I think that was part of it. Okay. Oop. Hey, maybe you'll get it painted one day. You never know. You never know. Ooh, working on assembling some Ecclesiarchy ladies for Kill Team. Very cool. I went to check at my local game store to see if my Necromunda gang had come in, and it has not yet. I did not buy the Ash Waste box set. I was tempted by the Ash Waste box set. This you will know. But I exercised an extreme amount of self-control and got a tattoo instead of the Ash Waste box set. So, I mean, I don't know what that says about my priorities and who I am as a person, but let's just say I could have gotten Ash Wastes, and I did not. On the advice of many people saying that box just wasn't worth it. I think the real tipping point for me was when I found out that the battle mat in there, like, it's not even one of the cardboard ones. It's just a, like, piece of glossy poster paper. It's not cardboard or anything. That was weird to me. That should have been cardboard. So that's my freaking non-existent hot take on that. I don't think I really have hot takes, but if you can call them that, then sure. Let's see. What did I do for the metal on this? Mostly it's French fry color. I'm gonna run out of this fucking Army Painter moon dust color. I use it so often. I was at the hobby store today. Could I have picked up more? Absolutely. Did I remember to? By the way, I am squeezing the paint out of this bottle. You can tell that no, I did not. Yeah, and I mean, I'm not a Space Marine or Horus Heresy person, but like the Horus Heresy box seems to have more value in it than the Ash Waste one does. Like, I'm not gonna be getting the Horus Heresy one, because luckily I don't give a shit about Space Marines. But, I mean, it seems like a nice box for those that do. I know my camera's a little bit out of focus, and I want to fix that, but I don't feel like messing with my phone right now, so you may just have to forgive me on that for a little bit. Sorry, getting back into streaming after being gone for a few weeks, I have limited patience for technological nonsense. You managed to go to the game store to play games and not buy anything. Holy shit. Chris, that's amazing. That never happens. Excuse me. Alright, I think this is going to be good enough for this guy to put a wash on him. Because I tend to do the highlighting after we've done the wash. So some of those details will get re-upped, re-brought out. I really want to paint one of the big mummies, I think. So that's what I'll do. Come here, you. You know you want to get a cool paint job. Horus Heresy box is like a 2,000 point army in one box, and it's also like 45 models, including a huge vehicle and some big boys, plus the core rulebook. Yeah, that's pretty good value. The one thing in the Horus Heresy box or announcements or whatever you want to call it that interested me. Was there like I don't even know. I think it maybe Dreadnought is like a mech guy. You know I love mechs. We've established a love of robots here. I like him. I would paint him. I would paint him to look like a friend. Tragically, I will not be buying him because I'm sure that he will cost like $75 minimum, and I don't want to pay that, so I'm not going to. I guess that's less tragic and more just facts of what I will do. But yeah, he looks fun to paint. If you do get him and paint him, let me know. I'd love to see him. It is, yeah, I heard the same thing with Dark Uprising, and like, it's so close. It's not so close. It's close to being a good enough price that I would just like be like, you know, whatever, GW. Like, sure. I swear, if it was $250, I would have been like, that's way too expensive, but I'm gonna buy it, you know? But 300 is just, oh, it's too much. It's too much for me, anyway. There are hobbyists who can't afford it. I hope that those that really were excited for it and amped for it got to get their boxes. I hope they have a nice time playing it. I don't think this channel is meant as a space to talk about the sad or, you know, unfortunate parts of the hobby, like how the pricing of this hobby can be exclusionary to people. We're just here to celebrate the fun that we have with models. However many models we have, whatever models we have fun with them. I know I paint a lot of Games Workshop, but I own models from a huge variety of companies, and I really like the video I am hacking away at finishing. None of the products in it are GW products except for some of the paints. But yeah, it's pretty expensive. You advocate for spending money at the stores you play at, but definitely buy enough to justify. Yeah, that's kind of how I am. My spending has slowed somewhat, but it's hardly stopped. I don't know that it ever will. I enjoy this hobby, and even just getting back into painting right here, right now, today, it feels good to be back. Have genuinely missed sitting down at my painting desk. Of course, I do have the Moomins on in the background, and it is delightful. I don't know that that's an aspect of my hobby that I can quantify reasonably to explain why that is just a part of my setup most days, but I do enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I have so much crap on my hobby desk. It's a little overwhelming right now, if I'm honest with you. I need to finish some projects because I can't live like this when my Necromunda crew is gonna be coming in. And I personally can't decide whether I want to do a I have two kind of ideas for the schemes. For this Necromunda crew. I either want to do their suits to be like plastic bags full of candy, like they were just kind of pick and mix at the local movie theater, and so some would have like gummy worms or gumballs or whatever other candy I can reasonably accommodate painting. And then, like, you know, just little candy faces, and maybe try and fail to do peppermint or lollipop lenses for their eyes, you know, some kind of like that. Um, but as some of you know, I have been playing the Borderlands franchise recently, and I've gotten into Borderlands 3. I mean, I haven't gotten far. I wouldn't say we've done so much more than dip our toes into the sort of Act 1. But you leave Pandora and you go on a ship in space. You go to other planets, which is so exciting. And I got to see Promethea, which is like a cyberpunk planet with a really interesting like blue and red color scheme, but it's like kind of a purpley blue and like a bright super saturated red. And I think that would make for an interesting color scheme too. Yeah, you should definitely paint something. You know, you always have a ton of models, so any of your really cool kit bashes, just pick up one near to hand and give it a go. So yeah, I mean, it's probably a good thing that I didn't get the Ashways Nomads today, because, I mean, I'm not great at assembly at the best of times. I don't know how fresh tattoo me and assembly would get along. Um, I can already feel that it's gonna start to scab over soon. Like, it just happens pretty quick, and anybody who's gotten a tattoo knows that that's gonna start to itch, and like if you've never gotten a tattoo before, think like really bad sunburn. That's probably the closest approximation that you can get. It's just unpleasant. I mean, obviously, it's a tattoo. Like that's gonna happen. It's not particularly, you know, enjoyable. Just how it goes. So, yeah. But that's what we're gonna be dealing with in a few weeks. Probably like the 4th or 5th day is gonna be the worst. That tends to be the most obnoxious one. Alright, let's paint up a big old burger on this guy's shoulder pad. I think I'll add some dots to some of his little mummy wraps to make them look more like onion rings. Just gonna add some color variety, hopefully make them look a little crispier and more like a breading or coating of some kind. I might do this with 2 different colors, 2 or 3. I'm sure if I had more patience, I'd do more than just 2 or 3. But we're gonna get what we get. I don't know enough about the Night Lords to know what a Night Lord cultist should look like. Achilles! You are watching the Moomins! Okay, guys, this is the cutest thing. I'm in love with this cat, obviously. But he does watch TV. He watched some films with me. But what he does is he sits under the ottoman. You can see his tail kind of poking out there. And he will watch the TV from under the ottoman. That is where he likes to watch movies from. He has his own little cave there. And he will just watch them. He loves it. We watch movies together. Look at this little film buff. I know the screen is fuzzy and not perfect, and you have to look at my carpet, but like there he is. He is settling in. He is watching this movie. I mean, it's the Moomins and not a movie, but my cat is watching the Moomins, you guys. It doesn't get cuter. For me, this is just peak aesthetic. I mean, the floor needs help. It needs a lot of help. I know. We're gonna replace the carpet someday. But, like, Yeah. Cat TV. I love him. He's so good, you guys. He's so good. He is just a little guy. Probably should be using a different brush for this. Am I going to switch to a different brush? We'll see. We'll see. It does, yeah. The carpet looks like everything except a carpet. But my cat is sitting there watching the Moomins, so I can't even be upset at the carpet. Like, he's just a sweet little film buff. He's trying to analyze it for context and shit like that. You know how nice it is that I just have someone I can watch whatever movie I want with now? I mean, obviously having a human around to discuss themes and shit like that would be ideal, but I'm gonna take what I can get. I'm not gonna turn my nose up at a cat who wants to watch movies with me. It's A-okay with me. And then I can just say that he liked the film or that he didn't like the film, and we can share our opinion of the movie together. I think that's beautiful. Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. In addition to going to the tattoo parlor to get a tattoo, discovered that there's a farmer's market that starts up this week, and they have it every weekend. So I will be going probably every weekend, which is exciting for me. But one of the things that they have there is a local baker who makes these giant almond croissants and other things. But like, we all know my focus was on the baked goods. Let's be real here. I did get a giant almond croissant. It was bigger than my head, and it was extremely delicious. I cannot believe that I have to wait an entire week to get another one. That is criminal. I'm gonna not get a tattoo next weekend, and then maybe, like buy some produce or something that's more farmers markety. I did buy a loaf of bread because like I like bread. Like toast. I didn't have a toaster until like a week ago cuz I just never got around to buying a toaster. And then my friends were like, "How do you not own a freaking toaster?" I explained that I had moved recently, and they're like, yeah, no, you moved in December. You should have bought a toaster by now. And they press ganged me. They harassed me into going out and buying a toaster. And I'll be honest with you, kudos to them for doing that, because I had literally forgotten how delicious toast was. Toast is so good. It's proper good. And I will not ever go that long without buying a toaster again. I think that having toast in my life is a positive thing. I still have more to paint on this guy. I don't know why I was starting to take him off the thing. Twitter is telling you that it's the 23rd anniversary of The Mummy. I do not agree that it's the perfect movie, but I recognize that it is many people's favorite, and kudos to you if it is your favorite. Happy anniversary to The Mummy. There's a lot of good stuff going on in that film, though. I did toast its existence by using it to make toast. I feel like that counts, probably. I need to find like a really good name for this fast food team that I'm painting. I had one that someone suggested in the Discord that I don't remember, but it was something in the range of like diners, drive-ins, and dives, and I've been trying to figure out one that's like a play on that ever since, because I think that's just good stuff. I'm gonna name all the players funny things too. In terms of television, I have been working my way through Iron-Blooded Orphans still. It's probably the only, like, new thing that I've watched since last time, besides Our Flag Means Death. I did go and see The Northman in theaters. I thought it was just kind of okay. I want to see more movies, but I need to make some time to go to the theater and see a few more of them. I've heard that Doctor Strange is good. However, I will not be seeing Doctor Strange because I've not seen the previous 634 Marvel films and don't feel like catching up on a bunch of Marvel lore just to watch a film. Also, I watched part of the first Doctor Strange movie, and I just didn't enjoy. I want to say his name is Steve. I'm gonna say it's Steve Strange. I didn't enjoy him as a character, so I was like, yeah, this one's not for me. This ain't it. You don't like Englishman's silly name, but you're not really supposed to like Stephen Strange, so I think that works. Well, yeah, I mean, that's fair. I guess I didn't like him to the point where I did not care about his narrative, which is probably a little bit more. And to be fair, I think I'm pretty harsh on superhero movies. Like, I don't have a lot of patience for them. I definitely don't give them as fair a shake as I do other genres. biased against them, so it's not all. It's just not, you know, they make different movies for different crowds, and for whatever reason, superhero movies aren't really for me. That's okay. The people who enjoy those movies seem to really, really like them, and that's awesome. He just, I don't know. I don't remember enough about Doctor Strange to have like really, really strong opinions, honestly. Because I watched the part of it that I watched so long ago that I don't really remember the plot or what was happening or many of the character details. I just remember not liking one character in particular who unfortunately happened to be the protagonist. I do remember Tuna Melt Guy. He seemed pretty cool. He was fun. And was Tilda Swinton in that? I feel like she was. Hey, baby! Hey, Achilles! Do you want to come say hi to the people? You do? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Is that a little Achilles? Is that our little Achilles? Hello, baby. How are you, my sweetheart? Do not bite those cords. Hello. Guys, this is Achilles. He is our newest baby, and he's very, very energetic sometimes. He likes to frolic and play. He has gone off already to do more important things than stand around and look cute. Unfortunately, he has about 0% chill in his body, and does not use it to stand around and be pet. He just has more important things to do, and he didn't have, you know, star in a live stream on his schedule today. So, we got a glimpse, and that's about as good as we're gonna get for now. He's young though. He's got tons of energy, so that's not unusual. He's probably just gone off to check his food bowl to see if he has anything left in that, or if his brothers have stolen the rest of it. I have to guard it while he's eating most of the time because they're like, "Ooh, kitten food. We want that." And I'm like, no. That's not food for you." Silly brothers. Oh, are we making a repeat appearance? Are we back? Are we back? We're back. We are back. We are tiny. So small. Ow, no biting. Hey, you gotta work on this, my guy. I know biting's your favorite, but you can't just bite people. It's violent. Troubled youth, this one. He does have this really cute little spot on his back, though, which I just love. He's gone off to do other things. Play with one of those little foil balls. He's just gonna crinkle that in the background, so that's gonna be lovely. Lovely to hear. Oh, yeah. He's a delight. If I sound like I'm angry, I am not. I am quite in adoration of this little guy. trying to think what other movies are out there that I need to see. There are a couple other ones that I want to check out. There was one A24 one that I missed. I saw... What did I see? Saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. I've seen Green Knight. I've seen... What else have I seen? I've seen Midsummer. I have seen Hereditary. I think that's A24 as well. I missed Lamb when it was in theaters, so I gotta see that one. And I feel like there was one other A24 one that I haven't seen. But I like those. Freaking pretentious cinema, sure, but they're something. They are things that I've not seen in theaters or in movies tried out before, generally speaking, so I like something a bit different now and again. Oh yeah, Owl House is pretty cute. I'm not quite caught up with that. I haven't watched all of season 3, because that's still coming out, or season 2.3 or whatever is currently being launched. Very surprised that that is a Disney show, because it's got LGBTQ canonical representation, and a non-binary character to boot, which is a rarity. So yeah, that's been on my radar. I've watched some of that. I think it's pretty good. For a children's TV show. And certainly a lot of the background design is pretty fun, with some of the like weird eyeball kind of characters that they just have wandering around there. I think Kiki Mora's design is one of my favorites, especially how her ponytail is just like a hand. I can't remember if it's a season 3 or if it's like they split season 2 into like 2 parts and the second part is airing now. But new episodes of that either were being released very recently or are currently being released. Achilles, that is a chip clip. That's not a toy. Baby. He'll play with anything. Absolutely anything. But I thought, overall, Owl House was pretty fun. Should get back to watching it. I'll probably be doing an Our Flag Means Death rewatch before too much longer, because there's just some aspects of that show that I really enjoy. And it's getting to the point where it's nice, because I have, like, a few non-binary characters that I can choose from for representation. Like, that's pretty cool. Haven't really had that before. Yeah, it's just really neat. I've been playing Borderlands 3, and one of the characters is non-binary, so obviously I had legally no other choice but to play as them. I also really, really wanted to play as them. And I got really emotional just seeing that all of the like abilities in the menu screen just use they them pronouns correctly for this character. Like it's not anything that should have stood out really, but it got me feeling really seen, which was cool. I'd never played a game as a non-binary character before. To to the point where all the pronouns were correct and it was intentional and stuff like that. So that's still really cool. My friends have some complaints about the writing in Borderlands 3, which I'm sure as the story goes on, I can find a way to have similar complaints too. But it may end up being my favorite in the series just due to the fact that I get to play as a non-binary robot. That's, that's the dream for me anyway. It's really cool. I cannot communicate how much I adore that. Yeah, it's so cool. And like they're a really interesting character as well. And of course, like just to add cool factor onto an already awesome character, they used to work in like some sort of archive. So of course, all of my holdover from being a fan of the Magnus archives is just like, oh yeah, relatable. This is good. This is good stuff. Here we go again with some kind of undefinable, vaguely evil archive. Like that's the shit that we're into. So it's just exciting. It's neat. I like it. Non-binary robot getting to roam around space and see various planets. And also they have a bunch of weird pets, and I have a bunch of weird pets. It's great. It's quite fun. Yeah. Did you end up finding something to paint? Interested. Oh, what do you guys think of that new Demon Prince kit as well? I had so much fun building Party Boy, the Chaos Spawn, live on that one stream a bit ago, and getting him all painted up. I really kind of want to, to do the same with the Demon Prince. I think that would be so much fun. I actually sent Spider Fang, Party Boy's brother, over to Adam to paint. I was like, here, I think it'd be really cool if you painted this, because I, in some aspect, have the other half, and if you're not, like, if you're too old for friendship bracelets, buy a box of Chaos Spawn, build one for yourself, one for your friend, paint them up. That's what you do. That's what you do. It's how you say we are good friends, and I want you to enjoy this hobby, and here's a unit that I don't have an army for and cannot run without its other half, theoretically. I do not think I will be buying 2 Demon Prince kits and doing the same, but I'd love to, like, crowdsource, so to speak, another Demon Prince and ask you guys what bits you think I should use. However, if any of you suggest the Nurgle bits, like the Nurgle head and stuff like that, know that you are wrong. I feel targeted, and your suggestion is not going to be heeded. Everybody who's always on about me doing some Nurgle, no, it ain't gonna happen. It is not. It will not happen. It will not happen. Can't be doing that. You were expressing to a friend recently that goblins are non-binary culture. Listen, obviously, non-binary people, non-binary folks, there's a myriad of different experiences, and everybody can see themselves represented in different ways. I do not speak for the non-binary community as a whole. However, I would like to state that of the many D&D characters that I have made, the majority of them have been goblins. And I do own a lot of goblin miniatures, and frankly, I get so hype whenever anyone says, "Have you seen this new goblin miniature?" Because either A, I can go, "I've already seen it and it's adorable," or B, "No, I haven't," and then I do in fact need another goblin miniature to add to my hoard of goblin miniatures. So, I mean, if you're asking me personally, then yes. I agree. I love playing goblins in D&D. I have a goblin named Mizzen, who's like a little sea goblin. Love them. They're really cool. And, in my own campaigns, I have this goblin necromancer character called Pickles. Haven't gotten to do anything with Pickles in a while, but yeah, their name is just Pickles. They're a very talented necromancer, but also a goblin. And I picture them speaking in like a 1930s radio announcer voice. I'm not gonna attempt that here on stream, but if you know what that sounds like, then you might have a basic idea of Pickles' personality and speech mannerisms. There have been other goblins. I think I had a goblin named Pipkin as well. And I want to have another goblin back in holiday times, around Christmas. My friend Rachel found out that I had never had mincemeat pies before. And so she was like, "We gotta make some." And yo, mincemeat pies are amazing. What do you mean that Pickles is the radio demon? Who's the radio demon? Is that a legend? If there's a legend of a radio demon, then yes, canonically that is Pickles. That's just correct. Could be some aspect of something that just... Anyway, what was it? Mincemeat. And so we were trying to see if any of the grocery stores or whatever carried mincemeat. If not, we were going to have to try and make our own, which is a whole thing, because I don't know that currants are even sold in the United States. Or maybe they're just another name for raisin, and I don't think that that's right, but maybe it is. I said I was going to prime this. Why am I painting another layer of white over it? Fives, this is not useful. Don't do that. We're not doing that. I just saw that paintbrush and was like, I know what that's for. No. Have I not seen Has-Been Hotel? I have not seen Has-Been Hotel. That has not been a thing that I have viewed. I'm aware of its existence, but I have not watched it. I assume there's a radio demon in that. Is the radio demon in that actually named Pickles? Because that's a hell of a coincidence if it is. It's kind of cool, actually. What was I talking about before? Anyway, mincemeat. Right, we go We get a jar. We find it at the store. The brand of the mincemeat is Nonesuch. Like that's the company's name. And ever since then, I've wanted to have a goblin character named Nonesuch Mincemeat because I feel like that's a really freaking good goblin name. And I haven't been able to use it yet. There hasn't been a situation for it. One day though. One day. That time will come. Yeah, black currant and red currant, like currants just aren't a thing. You can't find them here as far as I'm aware. Also, can someone tell me, and please forgive me, all of the UK, for asking, but like the lads have been on about crumpets and whether they're good or bad, and I've never had a crumpet personally. I have seen pictures of them, and they look like English muffins. Are crumpets just English muffins? And if not, what is the difference? And are they, like, I want to try one now that I have a toaster. But I don't actually know. I don't know what the deal is with them. So if you know what a crumpet is, just tell me and I'll learn a thing or two. Crumpets are extremely unlike muffins. They have a unique texture and are amazing with butter melted into them. Okay, cool. Just think about how currants have a type of infection which devastates plants in the US. Oh shit. Well, that's not good. I guess that's why we can't have no freaking currants. I guess we could have like jams or jellies potentially with currants in them. I don't know if that would be okay. They're not like the plant, they're just a product, maybe. Means we can't make soul cakes for the soul cake duck. Unfortunate. I'm sure I can find crumpets in like the international food section or something like that if I look hard enough, but I didn't know if they were just rebranded English muffins here or something like that. So if they're actually worth looking for and trying out, then I should try that. Still haven't succumbed to the idea of beans on toast. I just can't see myself enjoying that. I like baked beans. I like toast. I don't think that they're gonna mesh well together. Oh man. I hate that I'm already tired of painting these guys. I just, sometimes you're just like, this isn't what I want to be painting right now. And that's okay. Let's let this guy down. We did do a few of them, so that's good. Just more work to do on them. What other projects do I have that I could finish? I could finish this troll that I've been painting, but I also don't feel like painting him. And I don't feel like painting anything in front of me. Don't know why that is. I've got this guy. He needs to be finished. I should finish him. We can do a little work on him. Okay. We can do that. That feels like something. I've been very indecisive lately with what I want to paint, which doesn't help because then it's like I have a bunch of projects in progress that then don't get completed, and that is not helpful to me. Because I can't, like, put them in a display case. I can't move them off the desk. They just live here and take up space and time. Beans on toast is incredible. I don't know about that. I just don't know. I haven't tried it. I'm biased against it for whatever reason. Couldn't tell you. Oh man, that's weird. Look at my arm. The top part of it now has something. It makes all of this space look so unused. I'm gonna have to start getting this all filled up. Gotta get a Mothman tattoo. That's gonna happen. Gotta get one of those. Infection can be contained now, but due to the historical damage they wrought, they tend to be highly unpopular in the U.S., even in places without restrictions. Well, I suppose that makes sense. People have lingering fears of them. I didn't know that was why, though. I like that I have a reason for that now. Particularly good with cheese melted into the beans. Yo, nice tattoo. What is it? Also, welcome back to streaming. Thank you. I was gone for a little bit. I got a new kitty. He's got some health concerns, so I was kind of taking a break to take care of him. And then also I was like having some mental, just mental health stuff. I think we can all agree that the state of the United States politics has gotten pretty gross since I was last around. And it's not like it was not gross before, but it's super gross now. And we're not going to be talking about that or focusing on that. But that definitely has made it hard to want to generate content because I'm just like, oh man, there's some big old problems out there. Sometimes it feels a little silly to just hang out and paint. But I still have to remember what I said a while back when some nasty stuff still happening all over the world. Russia and Ukraine, like that's awful. Just awful. But fun is the first casualty of war, and there's a lot of different wars being fought on different fronts for different things, and all of them are terrifying to me. Including the war right now being fought between Lobster and Achilles in my own goddamn house. Boys, let's be nice. That's not being nice. That is fighting. Look at this. Look at this. Achilles, he is twice your size, my guy. You're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. They are play fighting, for any of you who might be concerned. I know it sounds like they're screaming bloody murder, but they've been doing this, and Lobster is able to walk away and can run much faster than Achilles. Achilles is also quite relaxed and fine. He is now licking himself because the battle is over, and apparently that is the best time for bath time. Yeah, they're pretty damn cute. Oh, as to what the tattoo is, I got off track. This is a shitty drawing that my friend made of a squig that I loved. It's a squig face planting in some dirt. because he was really mad about how their anatomy doesn't make sense and stuff like that. He's like, it's impossible for this creature to breathe, move, or exist. And he went on a very spirited rant about it, and it was cracking me up at one of the absolute worst, darkest times in my life. And I just kind of set that picture. Boys, telling stories here. At one of the darkest times in my life, it was one of the few things that consistently made me smile and laugh. And so I just wanted a reason to see that drawing every day. Like, when he had made it, I was like, I will get this tattooed on me someday, if it is okay. And he went, LOL, yeah. And I don't think he thought that I was serious. But, I was, so now I have that. It's, yeah. It's new, just got it done today. It does sting a little bit. It's not too bad. But I love it. The artist was like showing me all the different colors that he had available that we could pick out, and we went with this kind of retro Taco Bell scheme that I'm really digging. Yeah. I really enjoyed this artist. He was very kind. And we just kind of talked about nothing while I was, getting tattooed, as you do. And, I want to go back and get more tattoos from him. Very nice shop, very nice people. It was a good experience. Which is what you want from a tattoo shop. Have I told that story before? Yeah, I probably have. I think I actually included that drawing with my friend Adam's permission in a video that I made. It was a collab video I did with Dana Howe and the Salty Sea and Annie Green Gables, a couple other people, and and Allie McAllister. But we did like some hobby tips, and it all came out in a collab video on Dana's channel. It was super fun to do, but yeah, I did include my friend's drawing of a squig, and then informed him that approximately 1,800 people had clicked on and viewed that video, and presumably that drawing as well. And he was like, LOL. So, no big deal. Nothing like that. But yeah, now it's a tattoo. Yeah, pretty much that's what happens. I think that tattoo artists become just like people to talk. They're always like, what's going on in your life, and what does this tattoo mean to you? And a lot of people, get tattoos for emotional reasons. So I feel like that comes up pretty naturally. We found out me and this tattoo artist both have anxiety, so that was fun. And I was like, yeah, I mean, when I had booked this appointment, I was kind of feeling like I wanted to get the squig in blue, but now I kind of want him to be green with purple, and I'm really nervous to ask you to change the color when it's different from the prompt that you received a week ago when I booked the consultation. And he's like, LOL, that's fine. That's the most minor change. And I was like, cool, we get along. He gets it. So that was good to find out. But yeah, good stuff. I don't feel like painting this orc anymore. This is just how it's going to be. I'm going to paint something for like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to be like, I don't want to work on this anymore. Is that how anything in this house gets done, Fives? No. Look at your desk. Look at the mess that you have created for yourself. You would just start finishing your goddamn projects. We wouldn't be in this situation. Ugh. I think the problem is I'm really in a mood to like do finishing detail work on a mini, and I don't have any miniatures that are like in that stage that I can just fiddle with and make look nice as an end product. I just have like these really cool Relic Blade miniatures that are sitting around. I don't know what I want to do with them. They're over here fighting again. They know what they want to do. They want to have sparring matches. Achilles is an antagonist. He keeps biting at his brothers. He's got kitten energy, you know? You got kitten energy, buddy. He's a little hunter. Yes, I am absolutely going to just fill the stream with cat footage. You cannot stop me. No force on this earth can contain my need to share the fact that I have this little cutie. He's such a little cutie. Hector is not happy about having a baby brother. I can tell you that. Lobster has, for the most part, stopped hissing. He's adjusted to the fact that he has a baby brother now. And he's just gonna have to deal with him. Hector, however, he's not come around to the idea so much yet. He wants to be the baby. He is the baby. He's a very baby. And it's not like he doesn't get oodles and oodles of attention. But he thinks he needs to be even more baby than the literal baby. Despite being 2 years old, he's very baby. Yeah. Hector remembers when Hector was the new boy, too. And it's not like I love you any less, my guy. You're still my special little boy. You're still my baby. I should just have more than 2 babies. I worry that my cat resents me for getting another cat. These are problems that I create for myself and then worry about. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm emotionally mature enough to not, to realize that that is not a rational line of thinking and be like, hey, you know, your cat does not hate you for bringing home a new cat. He just hates the new cat that you brought home. But in 2 weeks, he will adjust to it and get over himself. And Hector will always be sweet and new and tiny and loved. Like, well, he won't always be tiny. He's pretty big. He's gotten to be a big boy, just like I said he was going to be. I can tell when a cat's going to be a dumbass. I don't think Achilles is going to be a dumbass. He's got brain cells. Heck's not got a lot of brain cells to spare. He's a dummy, which is great. We love a stupid cat in this house. We absolutely love just a dumb, idiot, brain cell-less cat. And I knew that Hector was going to get big. I do not think Achilles is going to get big. Which is a shame. I think that, he's unfortunately severely malnourished from the shelters that he was at. Obviously, I'm doing my best to get him back up to health and a proper size, but he's 10 months, almost 11 months old. So I just don't think he's ever going to get up to a big size. I think he's just going to kind of be a little guy for the rest of his life. I don't know if maybe he could have gotten to be bigger if, you know, he'd had some better chances. He's got a good chance now, though. The vet's pretty optimistic about his chances, but yeah, it's definitely not a sure thing for Achilles. I don't like to talk about it or think about it, but it's not a guarantee that he's gonna be able to stick around with us. We're very hopeful, of course, but it I mean it depends on a lot of stuff outside of my control. The aspects of this that I do have control over, like trying to make sure that he eats, giving him his medicine, taking him for regular vet visits. I'm doing all of that stuff, but whew, yeah. He's a sick little guy. I know it doesn't look like that when you see him running around with Lobster, but he is he's quite ill, and I mean, there's no we. I want to say that we are doing everything that we can, but it is just me here helping this cat out. He wasn't eating at the shelter much at all, and he really likes to be read to or spoken to or paid attention to while he eats, and I just don't think that they had the resources or had noticed or whatever, so he wasn't getting the attention that he needed for stuff like that. He gets it now, obviously, because I'm obsessed, but it's not a guarantee with him. But he's here now, and he's part of our family, and we're going to take care of him as much as we can, as long as we can. And I have no intention of letting this little baby go anytime soon. But yeah, he needs looked after. And fortunately, I work from home, so if any changes happen with him, I can immediately do something about it or notice. I need to get him a slow feeder because sometimes he eats his food too fast and then pukes it up later, which is bad because we need him to gain weight, not immediately lose it. And like I feel bad about that because I'm like, yay, you're eating, but eating does you no good if you lose it in 10 minutes. I've cleaned up so much cat vomit. But yeah, so I'm sorry that got a little depressing, but let's suffice it to say that I worry about this cat quite a lot. But he's a good boy, and he's doing better every day. Doing better every day. Your cat got super jealous when you fostered a kitten. Walked away if the kitten showed up while I was petting him, refused to sleep on the bed. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Hector's been doing some of that. Like usually Hector sleeps in the bed with me. He likes to cuddle and snuggle and get all cozy. Achilles, however, also likes to sleep in the bed and hopped right up into like Hector's spot, like the exact place that Hector likes to sleep, curled up by my neck. That's like where Hector always is. And when Hector saw another cat in his spot, he was so angry. He was hissing, he was spitting, he was not having it, and I felt so bad. Achilles, however, did not give a single fuck. He was just sleeping. He was curled up, he was happy. So, yeah. It's been rough for poor Heck. He's coming around, though. I had to keep Achilles in quarantine for 2 weeks in case anything that he had was infectious and could spread to the boys. Fortunately, the conjunctivitis that he had seems to have cleared up, so we're not concerned about him passing that to my other cats. And this is, I believe it's day 3 that they've all been together. So while they had like sniffed through the door and stuff like that, This is the first day that they've been all together. Not the first day. This is the third day that they've been all together. My television decided to turn itself off, so I don't have background noise now, which is kind of unsettling, but that's fine. We can deal with that. We can make that work. But yeah, hopefully Hector comes around. I think that he will. It's just taken him some extra time, and that's fine. I mean, it's a big change. It's a new family member. He's never had to live in a situation where he's not the baby. It sounds like I'm talking about children, but they're cats. But, you know, they have complex emotions. I'm sure they can feel jealousy and other stuff like that. And he doesn't want to be forgotten or unloved or anything like that. And, you know, he's not gonna be. He's still my sweet, adorable little baby. There's just more adorable to go around now. That's all there is. But don't tell Hector that, because he won't believe you. He's very much on the sob story end of the spectrum. He has been wronged. He has been slighted. The world will never be the same. That kind of thing. That's more of what he's thinking. By the way, Arsenic Pudding, welcome to the stream. I didn't ask you earlier, but what is on your hobby table? What are you working on tonight? How are you? You are currently building the Great White Squig. Oh, wonderful. What a perfect model to be building on the day where I got a squig tattoo. Mark your calendars, folks. Today is the day of the squig. It's what today, the 7th of this month that we are in, will forever be known as. I think it's May. Have we made it to May? I'm pretty sure it's May. Yeah, it's gotta be May, because I remember that not too long ago I was seeing all the "it's gonna be May" memes going around. So, yep, that's how you know. That's how you know. And March, it's all of the Ides of March memes go around. But I didn't see Ides of March memes. I saw it's gonna be May memes, so that's how you know what season it is. For your Great White Squig, are you going to be painting it like the box art and doing a Great White Squig? Are you going to be doing different colors? That's one of those models that I kind of want to pick up, but I just haven't, because I have a shit ton of 40k orcs, but they're not snake bites. So I'm like, is it worth picking up all of these like Beast Boys and then kind of doing snake bite things with, I don't know. I'm not gonna have a snake bites orc army. We are death skulls in this family. I know that it's October when I feel the pressure to do an Orktober video looming. That's how I know that the season of the orc is upon us. Also, my birthday is in October, so like I feel like I just get clued into that. I will not forget when it is October, because it is the month of celebrating the fact that I have survived another year's rotation around the sun. And we mark that day by, Like, I don't know how this happened, alright, but my birthday is October 11th. And I don't know if y'all know what October 11th is, but it is. My birthday is coming out day for the queer community. Like, that is the holiday that is on my birthday. It is on coming out day. Like, hello world, that's the day I was born. It's a little on the nose, my guy. It's a little direct. I couldn't, like, some things are implied. This was explicitly stated. You can't wait for Orktober? Good. I am excited to see what you come up with for Orktober. I have no current plans for Orktober. But I will get some Orktober plans together. I will definitely find a way to celebrate, because I do love orcs. You both are so noisy when you play fight. You make me concerned. Yours is International Day for Tolerance. Well, there you go. Happy birthday. We tolerate you. Isn't that such a gift? Jeez. You'll paint it like a great white shark, but put the nameless war boss on it, since your whole army are goths. Okay, cool. I like goths because they're an excuse to do an excess of checkerboard patterns. I did not choose to paint goths, however, because I painted my orcs in my own color scheme, and I run them as death skulls because I like the re-rolls. Oh, hey, I've realized my TV wasn't off. The video just had like 20 minutes of silence at the end of it. Now a new video has started, but I don't know what's on this video, so I'm gonna change it to a different one. Give me 1 second here. Just gonna put on some good old background music. Yeah, I know I did nothing but complain about checkerboard patterns when I was painting my AdMech. Listen. If I'm not bitching about a project, am I truly enjoying it? Like, sometimes you have to grumble at the stuff that you're doing because that's just what you do. I can't explain that. Don't ask me to explain the science of that. Yeah, half the fun of painting checkers is getting to complain about painting checkers. Exactly. You run your orcs as goths because you only need to remember exploding sixes. That's fair. There's so many goddamn rules in Warhammer to remember. Like, I don't know how I'm ever gonna remember them all for my Tau. That's assuming these Tau, which I feel like I need to make a fun challenge to paint a certain amount of Tau every month so that I can get through them at a reasonable rate. But I also don't want to only be painting Tau. And the one Tau that I had that was almost done, I just wanted to adjust the glowing parts of. Achilles knocked it onto the ground a day or two ago. Apparently I'm getting a lot of messages right now. Sorry about that. I did not put my phone on silent. Achilles knocked that Tau to the ground and it lost a foot. And I haven't been able to find the foot to fix it, so mildly concerned about that. I know he didn't eat it because it's too big for that to have not, like, for me to not have noticed that by this point. Because he's got a tiny little baby mouth. And also, the hand with the gun broke off, and he didn't eat that. And I found that, but I haven't found the foot. So, I'm really disappointed that that happened. And I mean, it's my fault for not storing it better, and figuring out a better solution there. You know what? It actually might be in the box. Hang on. Let's check now while I'm thinking about it. Got this big old box of terrain that I've just been putting stuff in. Oh. Well, there goes a paintbrush. Get that. I could organize my stuff better. I know. But I'm gonna check. We've got snail miniature. Gonna paint you eventually, I promise. I bought you at Adepticon. You're not old enough for me to have feelings of guilt for not painting you. So like here's our Tau. We remember him. Here's his broken off arm. I'm not seeing his foot in this box, so I don't think it's in there. But his flight stand is also missing, so I'm wondering if wherever that flight stand went is also where that missing foot ended up. I know, I should organize my stuff a little bit better so that stuff like this doesn't happen, but sometimes you don't have all the time in the world to organize things the way that you would like to. And that's just the truth of the situation. So far I have not been able to find the foot or the flight stand. I guess we could super glue his arm back. We could do a little bit of Tau surgery. But yeah, he's missing his foot. I'm not confident enough in my abilities to try and sculpt him a new one, so if I can't find his foot, I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna paint your orcs as goths so you can guarantee the complaining. That's fair. This is plastic glue. We need super glue. I lied. Where'd my super glue go? There you are. Now, if anyone spots a Tau foot on the desk, like if you see it and I'm just dumb and I've been missing it, you are legally obligated to tell me. By clicking to watch this stream, you're obligated to help me not be dumb. It's the truth. Not mad, son. I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad at him. He doesn't know any better. He's just, like, you know, he's had no interactions with miniatures before. He doesn't know what a hobby table is. He's just a cat. Of course he gets up to mischief. You know, I am now thinking, I have not checked behind my desk. Let me do that while I'm thinking of it, just in case. I'm gonna do that now, in case I forget to do that later. I know this is just riveting absolutely riveting hobby footage for everybody. But hey, sometimes you get what you get. Me distracted? Yeah, so I haven't found it on the floor, and I haven't found it on the back of the desk. There is a pile of boxes of miniatures he could have theoretically knocked it into. So we'll check there as well. Because, I mean, the thing of it is, eventually, I'm gonna find it. Or I'll find the flight stand. Because one of those two things has to be around somewhere. I just don't know where either of them is right now. Would it be nice to find them on stream? To hold them up triumphantly and be like, ah, I have discovered the solution. That would be a great feeling. However, that does not appear to be the case tonight. As what I have found is that sitting on the ground, a lot of cats will come towards you. They will, however, not help you find what you are looking for in the slightest. Hi, Hector. Hi, baby. Do you know where the towel foot has gone, my son? Do you know? I don't think that you do. Yeah, no results. No optimism there so far, I'm afraid. We'll find it one of these days. Ugh. But yeah, Achilles has claimed his first of many victims, I'm sure. And it's not like I don't have a ton of Tau sent so graciously to me that I couldn't just harvest a foot from another Tau. So if worse comes to worse, I mean, there's that. But I'm really struggling to get a glow effect on my Tau. I just can't seem to make it look like their weapons are lighting up. They just kind of look dull. Like, I could put a gloss medium on them, sure. But I don't know if maybe I need to change the color or what, but I can't seem to make it look like they're glowing. And it's starting to honestly bother me that I can't seem to do a glow effect on them. I've watched videos, I've tried to apply what I've learned, but I'm struggling with it. Sculpt a pile of leaves. It's just, I feel bad. This is the one character that that I know for a fact Tyler had named. He'd named him Commander Bojangles before he sent him to me. And to have him injured like this before he'd ever seen a tournament battle, it's a tragic loss for the captain of our forces. Our brave test paint job guy. So, I mean, we're gonna have to find him another foot. The thing is, though, this is a metal foot for a Tau. So, like, I don't know if just a regular commander foot is even gonna work. I don't really know. So, he's gonna sit up here for now. And, I'm gonna think about my choices for forever staring at him. It's gonna loom. I do genuinely want to find a way to do the glowing effects that I want on these Tau. I should try a little bit harder with that and maybe watch a few more videos and try a couple more techniques. Because I don't want to just give up I think that they deserve to have a really cool glowing effect. Hi, Olivia. Yeah, I haven't done one in a little while, so it's nice to see you here. Captain Bojangles' crisis suit definitely suffered severe damage while traversing the death world of Achilles 5. Yeah, that's the backstory we can go with there. I like that you incorporated both Achilles' name and mine into this narrative. And, like, I'd like to be able to find it, but it may come down to the fact that I can't, or it's not gonna be something I'm able to find. I'd like to think that the parts will turn up eventually, as most things do, but sometimes things just seem to find a way of really getting away from me. I don't know what it is exactly. Part of it's this horrible carpet, like, the carpet is the exact color of cat puke I have found, and it makes it impossible to tell if I have cleaned up all of the mess that cats make, or if there is some lingering. And that's been really annoying to have to deal with. Just being like, I'm pretty sure that I've gotten all of this, and that it's all properly sanitized. But the color of the carpet makes it just impossible to tell. Painting stream has really turned into a complaining stream for me. My goodness. First world problems. I don't know, guys. Do you think we should try and harvest a new foot for Commander Bojangles from one of the existing Tau that we have? And if so, who do I sacrifice as a candidate? I don't know how easy it is to find replacement Tau feet. Seems like such a freaking obscure problem to have. I don't know. I keep, like, searching the drawers in my hobby desk, like somehow that's gonna magically produce the solution. And a Tau foot is just gonna be there waiting for me to use, despite the fact that I don't have that. It's not gonna happen. It's not how that's gonna work. I do have a lot of Tau over in my display cabinet. I think I still have a bag of parts actually over there. Let me see. Yeah, so this is a bag of... You want your hands along the ground? Yeah, I could do that. That's probably a good tactic. This is a bag of stuff that Tyler sent along with the Tau. In it we have stuff like bases. This is Commander Bojangles' original base, I believe. Because I put him on a flight stand, but this is the base that he came with. Yeah. Because it's the correct size. Also in here, we have most of a Gundam. Oh wait, we have the rest of that Gundam. Oh, hello. Do we have an Achilles? We do. We also have an Achilles. I don't think there's a spare Tau foot in here. Got Gundam pieces, a gun, another gun, some magnets, a gear thingy. Oh, a tiny goblin. We love that. Just a little goblin. Just in case I needed another one. You do have this. I don't think this is a foot. However, okay, I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say fives. No, you can't. But like, does that not kind of look like a little slipper? Is that not kind of a little? He's got a little slipper. He's got a little shoe. Oh, come on, focus. He's got a little tiny shoe made from what is probably the helmet? I do not know how to build a Gundam. Is that a shoulder blade? Yeah! Shoulder blade. I do know how to build a Gundam. Gundam science with vibes. Okay, so I don't have a spare. I don't have a spare foot, but I do have 2 pauldrons from this Gundam. And like, okay, so they're not perfect, but like, I think Tyler Russo, the billion-dollar clown farmer himself, would be a strong advocate for me foraging new Tau feet from the husk. Like, I can't see him disapproving of that. But, I mean, those are kind of fun. They're kind of funky, but they still work with the aesthetic. I'd have to prime them and repaint them, sure. And I'd probably lop off this foot so that it matches. You know what? I'm gonna send a photo of this to Tyler after the stream tonight. And I'm gonna be like, yo, here's what happened. My cat may have knocked Commander Bojangles from his perch and decimated him in a way that has made me feel intimidated about this entire army project. Because, you know, I'm mature and can handle when things go slightly wrong. However, just in case I'm not mature and cannot handle that, would you be okay with me replacing his feet with tiny Gundam pauldrons? I don't know why sometimes I feel like I have to ask people's permission to just do stuff when I think it's a fun or good idea. And he's still going to be tournament legal. I mean, this is mostly GW metal and plastic. But yeah, maybe we'll give him little Gundam feeties. I think so. I think we'll do it. I'm leaning like 70% towards doing it. 70%. That's pretty decent. What else do I have? I have a bunch of Tau things, decals, Tau transfers. And I kind of want to put one on his little chest area there. I don't know what all of these different Tau symbols mean, because, I mean, I'm a nerd, but I have my limits. But I really am kind of digging this one. I think that might look good right there. So I think, yeah, hell yeah. We're gonna fucking do it, guys. We're gonna make some decisions. I'm capable of making a decision in my life. I can do that. And the scissors are in this box. Yeah. Now, am I good at applying transfers? Absolutely fucking not. Not at all. Not even slightly. However, I do have the gumption, the moxie, and the chutzpah to give it a go. Can't be any worse than when I first started with transfers, because I was not good. You think that Commander Bojangles might want the Gundam's head too? I don't know. I kind of like how the Tau heads look, so I'm not eager to change that. I think that looks just fine the way that it is, so that's gonna stay. I can't remember. I think I did it on stream when I was applying some decals to the little mech that I painted up. Do y'all remember how well that went? Anybody who was here for that? Let's aim to not have a repeat of that fiasco. I want to build the Gundam kit that I have, but I'm so intimidated by it that I've just been letting it sit to the side, and I haven't been building it. Hector, you cannot jump on me. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm wearing a t-shirt right now, and your claws will go right through to my back, and it's bad when I'm wearing a sweatshirt, but this would be even worse. Okay. Gonna pick up this decal like an expert. Effortless. Easy. We're gonna try a different paintbrush. Got him. And right onto there. Now I just gotta poke it into the exact spot that I want it. I'm gonna rotate it slightly. Scoot it over this way slightly. Spends the next 45 minutes perfectly positioning a tiny decal. There! Actually, I think that looks good. Kind of looks like a random, the top of a cake with some little strawberries on it. I quite like it. It makes me kind of want to do red lenses and red glows on things, which doesn't exactly fit with the key lime pie theme, but it could still look nice. Or maybe I'll repaint the red dots to be whatever color I end up making the glowy bits. Because I don't know why they don't look glowy, but they sure as fuck don't right now. We'll get there. I'll do more research. I'll figure out how to make it look glowy. And then, you know, then just replicate it across the entire rest of the army that I should be painting. Instead of the Blood Bowl team that I should be painting, or whatever else I should be painting. So many things to paint, so little time. Wow, this is really not in focus at all. You can't even tell that I've put a decal on him. It's there, I swear, dang. Okay, I'm gonna have to post photos of that because my camera is just not cooperating at all tonight. But I think we found an elegant solution, and I'm actually really sort of excited to position these little feet on here. That's pretty cool. Spider-Man cake. Alright, well, I think that's probably gonna be it for this stream. I've accomplished some things. I've not accomplished much, however. Yeah. That's about what we can expect from disjointed, after tattoo hobby time, to be fair. I think we made about the progress that could be expected, given the circumstances. However, I do look at least 20% cooler now that I have another tattoo. Your coolness factor increases 20% by every tattoo that you get. That's just science, you know? Don't let me forget to, you know, I'll be posting some photos in the Discord of, a little Bojangles here. And you can let me know what you think. If you think the feet replacement idea is good. I'd love to see what you guys worked on, if you worked on anything, so feel free to post it there. But that's gonna be it until next time. Have a nice night.